Hey guys, welcome to BP the Bible Perspective. Should the ministry of the defunct Ravi Zacharias continue? That is my question. Now, before we get into it, please like and share this video and subscribe to BP the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comment section below. All comments are welcome. Well, this is now, of course, an old story, but a continuing story. As many of you know, the ministry of Zacharias last year, who was a famed apologist, okay, worldwide for decades. I mean, really decades. He was, I believe, in his, I want to say 80s. Let me see if I can double check right quick. He was 74 when he passed away. But he was a very, very popular and well-known apologist. Those of you who don't understand the term apologist, he was a defender of the faith. He had a worldwide ministry. I mean, he had offices like all over the world. And then it came out, of course, that I didn't know that he had spas that he co-owned with people. And through these spas, at least some of them, he was carrying on with sexual behavior, and really didn't find out about it until his passing in, I think it was March 2020. Let me double check again. It was May 2020. Several years before, around 2017, he had settled a suit. Now, it's not clear what he settled, but a lady tried to sue him for $5 million. Kind of find out she had sent him nude photos, and he refused to pay, I guess, and he turned the authorities on her. But it did say that he did settle it. Now, of course, at the time, this certainly could have been a warning sign of what was to come. After his passing, people came forward stating that he had sexually abused them. And of course, that the ripple of that, and it's kind of ironic because he had already passed away, so it's kind of nothing you can do about it, which kind of it's going to bring me to my point in a moment. But as a result, of course, his family, his wife, sort of really just refused to believe. But after the ministry itself hired a law firm, which the law firm then said, yeah, he did it. And so as a result of the people finally saying, yeah, he did it, he's guilty, a lot of his, like HarperCollins, the Christian section of HarperCollins, Christian publishing section, Zondervan, Thomas Nelson, a lot of people who had ties to him that were doing things with him, of course, they broke away. They distanced themselves from him. And many of his offices changed their names. Some shut down. But here's my question. I think, should these ministries continue? Now, that's kind of a broad question because many ministers who have passed away, very famous ministers passed away, that are still, that their ministries are still going, that they're still selling their books, their tapes, their sermons, things like that. Now, of course, most of them they didn't die with the scandal of Ravi Zacharias. But here's a question that I want to kind of raise, just for thought. Ravi Zacharias was committing his sin while he was a famed apologist. Now understand this. He was committing his sin while he was a famed apologist. People just didn't know about it. So the message that people felt they were getting blessed by, that they were learning by, that still blessed them, did it not? So all of the ministries who are now distanced themselves from Ravi Zacharias, his denomination, which is the Alliance of World Fellowship, defrocked him, right? Revoked his organization. Um, I chuckle because, again, Christianity is a joke. But anyway, I digress. So a lot of the ministries have, again, separated themselves from it. So now, if his widow has her way, she's going to continue to sell his books and continue in his ministry. The question is, should she? And if you listen to his messages, those who do, I would not necessarily into Ravi Zacharias. I just wasn't. Um, and I'm not saying that only because to try to distance myself, now that everybody's kind of, you know, casting their pearls on him. But my point is that I just never was into him. And because as an apologist, was he not a good apologist? As an apologist, did he not defend Jesus well? And did you not learn the kind of techniques of apologetics from him? So again, I'm going to ask the question again. Should his ministry be allowed to continue? Now, of course, in reality, it's not. I'm of the personal belief with any ministry that if the person passes on, let them pass on, and let God raise up other people. I'm not judging these other ministers whose ministries are continuing on. Let me just say this. They continue on because primarily they're selling books. They're selling tapes, sermons, things like that. Okay, but in the case of Ravi Zacharias, who, of course, now has died in scandal, his scandal is one area, but did not his messages benefit people? I'm going to leave that as a question. And that is my perspective. What do you think? Don't forget to like this, share this video, and subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comment section below. All comments are welcome. Till next time I see you then.